Hello everyone and welcome to this Year 5 homework review video for Block 3 Week 6. This is the non-verbal reasoning video. There's a separate video covering the verbal reasoning. If you look at the sheet here, you can see we're doing sort of 6 pages or 3 sets of pages from this non-verbal reasoning book here, the CGP one. Please make sure that it's the 10 to 11 book, not the 9 to 10 from an earlier block, as that's quite important, as it will be the wrong question pages or book material that you've already done. And you can see it's primarily looking at finding figures like the first two, or finding figures like the first three, which is just a slightly more challenging variation, or even just, I would say, a different variation of this first one. So again, this book here, please. And let's jump into it. So to start with, we're looking at page 66. This is section 5 of one of the tests. Make sure you're on the right page. And we'll use the example, just a quick warm-up. We won't do the example every time because it doesn't change, but it's nice to just see. So in this case, we're looking for things that join the group. They are shapes that are coloured in black. So fairly obviously C is the one that joins that. The trait is they're all black, and none of the others do. So plenty of opportunities here to eliminate potential answers and be left with a correct answer. So, question 1. I noticed that we have got 2 white shapes on the edge, and then we've got one on the inside and one on the outside, so 4 shapes in total. And actually, I say 3 of them are white and one of them shares the colour. So look here, 3 white and one that shares the colour. So I think potentially it doesn't have 3 right, so B doesn't have 3 that are white. D has too many that are white, E doesn't have the right number, so we're now down to A and C. And if I ask myself what the difference is, I think it looks to me like this has got a square, so I think C is the wrong one, A is the right one, because it's got smaller copies of the little shape in the correct shading. Looking here, it looks to me as we've got 2 circles always, so I think we always seem to get rid of B right off the bat. And then it seems as though we've always got a time, so I think we can get rid of any of these plus shapes, looking at the lines. So between D and E, and it looks as though the dots are always on the end of one of these sort of spokes that are on the end of the lines. If you look at D, it's not actually on the end of the line, so I think D gets gone, leaving us with the answer E. Right, this one, the arrows are always sort of chasing each other's tails, so the end of one arrow points towards the start of another, and that continues, so I think A, for example, is eliminated. And in terms of the direction, it does seem as though they're always going clockwise, so that might be enough for us to get rid of B, and C, that's anti-clockwise. There the arrows are wrong, so I think D is the only one that's got a clockwise set of shapes, where all the arrows are pointing into the end of the other arrow, I should say. Right, these are like little ties here, where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, 1, 2, 3 lines. Now it looks to me as though the number of lines used in the larger part represent the number of sides. We had 4 lines and 4 sides to the shape up here, 3 lines and 3 sides to the shape up here. So I think that constitutes potentially a rule that we can use. So that's got 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 lines. So A is looking quite promising. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so no, not that one. 1, 2, 3 and 4, no. 1, 2, 3 and 4, no. And oh gosh, way too many no. So yeah, I think A is my answer for that reason. On to the next page. Well, we can see that the further down you go, the further back the shape is based on overlap. So this is on the top, middle, the back, top, middle, further back still. So I think we want to have a sort of a similar pattern here. It looks to me that right away D is jumping out where the top one is furthest forward, the bottom one is furthest away, and it kind of continues that pattern. So I'm actually fairly confident. Let's check the others. No, C doesn't do that. B, no. E, no, and A, no. So yeah, D is the only one that follows that rule. We've got here, look like 2 sort of shapes. They've got one black and one stripy. All of them seem to have a combination of black and stripy, so that's fair enough. Then in terms of the actual shapes, one 4-sided shape and one triangle. Is it the case that now I noticed that this has got 3 and 4, this has got 4 and 5. It seems to me as though the shape that's got the large number of sides is the stripy one, and the small number of sides is the black one. So that's a rule. So I think A already, because the thing behind should always be white. So A is gone. And let's see, do we have any that obey that rule? This one has got stripy on 6, black on 5, so that seems to be working for me. Stripy on 5, black on 3, but that's a gap of 2, and these all had a gap of 1, so C's, I think, probably not right because of that. D's the wrong way round, and E's the wrong way round. So yeah, I think B is my answer based on those rules. Number 7, they've all got grey and white. And a black dot in the middle. They also have the black dot in the middle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in a 5-sided shape, and 5 lines in a 6-sided shape. So does the shape need to have one more side, the number of lines? In which case we want 2 lines and a triangle, so A works. 1, 2, 3 and a 3 lines and a rectangle. That seems okay. C would be wrong because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so C is wrong. D is wrong. It's got fewer. Well, D is wrong because it's got the wrong shading. E has got equal number of lines. So let's look really close and to think about what we're doing with B. So we've got 3 lines and 4 sides. Now I wonder, actually, I might just zoom in on this one and just have a look. See, so let's copy, paste, make sure we got obviously a detail. Oh, I want to get a bit more zoomed in on this and just see, obviously, you with your book and bring it a bit closer to your faces. That doesn't help things. I wonder if that dot is the correct shape there. No, doesn't seem anything else. Oh, I tell you what, though, there is a good reason why it's not potentially B. All of these are only covering one side, whereas B is the only one that sort of covers 2. So I wonder if that's enough to get rid of B. I think it might be. Yeah, I'm going to go with A and eliminate B for the reason that those dots are not covering just one of the sides of the outer shape. They're covering right the way through, penetrating to both sides. That's my answer. Number 8, well, we've got black, black, grey, grey, so they should have like the same colours, it seems to me, not a combination of colours. We've got a 4-sided shape, 4-sided shape, 4-sided shape, 4-sided shape, 4-sided 3, 4-sided 3, so it seems though we can have similar ones. Now what I would say is the inside seems to be a match, but changing directions. This is pointing down, trapezium pointing down, trapezium pointing up, triangle pointing down, triangle pointing up. Okay, so that's something. So a C can be eliminated, they're not pointing in opposite directions. D has different shapes, E has different shapes. So we've got here trapezium pointing down, trapezium pointing up, pentagon pointing down, pentagon pointing up. Now it looks as though the square has been turned, the diamond, the outside diamond has been turned. So A, if you notice, the outside shapes diamonds have not been turned, whereas in B, this outside rectangle is turned. So I think of the two, B is the answer, because A gets eliminated based on that outside shape not being turned properly, and also not being on the top right hand side, so I think that's a pretty good reason, as reasons go. Number 9, we've got 1 fewer circle than the number of sides. That seems to be pretty consistent, 4 and 3 and 5 and 4, so that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape with the correct number of circles, so A looks like it passes based on that. 6 and 4 though doesn't. 3 and 2 seems okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 3, fine, and no, definitely not E because it's got a curvy shape. I'm not sure how you'd calculate that. Now in terms of the actual circles, we've got top left, top left, top left, top left. So 2 of the circles in both are pointing to the top left in this direction, this kind of horizontal shading. And so has this one got these two here that are horizontally pointing top left? That one doesn't have the right number of circles to point top left, vertical, top right. So I think maybe A is the answer just based on just what I've noticed with the numbers of circles. Yeah, they've all got top left, top left, top right, top left, top left, top right, top left, top left, top right, and some extra ones. So I'm going to go with A based on that one. And the last one, we've got 10. Oh, I don't need to go up for that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have differing numbers of things. Now it seems as though the shapes are always identical. So we've got square, 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 diamond, 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 and they always seem to be the same colours. So you want to have shapes on either sides that are identical, and they are different shapes. So I can't already think that E jumps out to me because none of them are different colours. A, they're all there's no difference in the shapes. To be fair, is there a difference in this one's a triangle, 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 triangle? No, it doesn't seem like it. No, let's go B. So we've got grey, grey, black, black, white, white, grey, grey, white. That's got 2 white ones next to each other, B. So I wonder if that's the reason to eliminate them. If they've got 2 white ones, it always seems like they're alternating between black, white, grey. Oh no, yeah, black, black. So actually, not that one. I'll tell you what I have noticed. Corners. It's always the corner of a shape that connects them. And A, look, it's the flat of a shape. So that's a good reason to get rid of A. B has the same problem. The lines are meeting in the middle, so it's not B. So now we're between C and D. We've got white, 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 black, black, grey, grey, black, black, grey, white. So D's gone and C's the answer. There we go. I think we sussed it. Right, that's that first page done. So give yourself a score out of 10, as always. We're on then to page 72, which is just more of the same. So for this first one, we have got 1, 2, 3 black ones and 3 white ones. So that's got 4 black ones. It's got 4 white ones. It's got 4 black ones. 4 white ones, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing it must be E for that reason. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5-sided shapes with black lines in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C's already jumping out to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. Yeah, I think C is the answer because it's the only one with 5 sides. All the others have got 4 sides. Number 3, when we look at that one, we've got the same sort of outside shape. It's almost like half a Christmas tree. And if we orientated it, it would always be sort of pointing to the right. So already I feel that B is a reflected version of that one, which I'm not a big fan of. D as well, so I feel that these would be pointing to the right, whereas D and B are pointing to the left, so I think we'll get rid of those two right off the bat. And we've got black, grey, white, black, grey, white. A's got black, grey, white. That one has got black, grey, white, but E doesn't have the black. So now we're just looking between the two, and I think they are all circles, all squares, so C's got a bit of a mix, so we don't like that. So A is my answer, because at least they're all triangles. Number 4, we've got 4 on both sides. They look like copies of each other, but the ones that are white are not black, and vice versa. So I think A is wrong, because it's got these 2 black ones. B looks maybe okay, C looks maybe okay, D looks maybe okay, E looks okay, so just on the colour that's allowed. And then there's a shape thing where that we've got squares and what looks like half a square, circles and a semicircle. So here we've got hexagons, and B does have half a hexagon, which is good, but C's got circles and a square, so I don't like that. E's got squares and some sort of strange shape. And then what's going on with D? Oh, well, D, actually, I missed that one. Sorry, look, it's black, black, white, white. So actually, that gets eliminated based on that one from before. So yeah, B is our answer. Next page, we've got triangle on its own and then 2 other shapes. Triangle on its own and 2 other shapes. So those 2 shapes aren't together. But we also have 3 shapes. So I don't like A, I don't like B. Just based on the number of shapes that are missing. What about, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Okay. Not sure about that. They've both got triangles. All these have triangles, and is it always triangle, square, circle? Triangle, square, circle? I think it is. Now, okay, well, that's got 1 line and 2 lines. The 2-line ones has more sides. But there is definitely a difference. So we've got so we've got a 4-sided shape with 4 things, because it's got 3 shapes in a line. And this has got a 5-sided shape with 5 things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So possibly that's what I'm going with, just based on something to do with number. Let's see if we can eliminate anything based on that. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape with only 5 things. So the C would be eliminated if that's it. And then D, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 5. Okay, so we're hoping E doesn't match. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually I think maybe then it's D, based on the number of features needs to match the number of sides. I think that might be my answer. Can't see anything else, can't see anything to do with the colour, so yeah, I think that's at least a reason. On then to number 6, well, it's obviously symmetrical, so we've got the same thing on both sides. And it does seem as though the shading is different. So it needs to be symmetrical and have different shading, so that immediately gets rid of these ones. And in terms of being perfectly symmetrical, well, the problem I have, I mean, these are, so yeah, these are mirror images, but I'm not sure, these are perfectly symmetrical shapes, whereas if you look, that's not rotationally symmetrical, actually neither is E. Because you could we can reflect this one actually in that direction and that direction. So these have got 2 lines of symmetry each, whereas B only has the 1, E only has the 1, whereas D has 2. So I think symmetrically, D is just more closely symmetrical in terms of having the 2 types of symmetry, because shapes are horizontally and vertically symmetrical. So I think that's my answer. On then to number 7. So we've got the inside shape, something that's always partly black. We've got like a ladder. Okay. So that's half black, half white, half black, half white. And then this one is a quarter white and a quarter black. So it seems as though in balance you always get one black shape worth of shading and one white shape worth of shading. So A's got a slightly strange line along that bottom there. I'm not sure. Oh, well, there's sort of a line there as well. Okay, so maybe that's not it. So A has a whole shape that's in black, but it's not surrounded by an oval, but then none of them are, so I guess that's not it. Well, B, I think based on my shading rule, it doesn't have it's got too much white and not enough black. C's got too much black, not enough white. D is okay, and E is okay, just based purely on shading. Is it as simple as top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right? Because all these look to have the right shading balances to me. So I think just based on sort of that visual pattern, I might be tempted to go with E. I can't see any other reason. There's no rule about the ladders or anything, so I think that's my answer. Number 8, well, we've got 3 chained together and 1 outside. So that means we can eliminate D, and we can eliminate A. No, A's got 3. Okay, fine. So 3 overlapping with one to the right. So over here we have 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. There's like a pattern in terms of the chains. It goes 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's definitely a pattern in terms of the overlapping. So that goes 3, 4, 1. So it's not A. Then we've got 3, 4, 5. So B's looking not unreasonable. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. C's got 3, 4, 5 as well. E's got 1, 4, 6, so it's not E. Right, and there's something to do with perhaps the outside shape, or do both these outside shapes are 6-sided? Yeah, 6-sided and 6-sided. So I guess between those, B's got a triangle, which is 3 sides, whereas that's got a 6-sided shape, so I think C might be the answer. Because you need to have a pentagon, a hexagon on the outside, a 6-sided shape on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she's 7-sided, but maybe it's just the most sides on the outside. Oh, in fact, it goes. Sorry, no, even easier. It goes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah. So it's actually the pattern just continues. So let's just check here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. Well, we've spotted it even better. Yeah, definitely C in that case. Definitely C. Right. So it needs to have a dash in the line on the right-hand side. So that gets rid of A. B is okay. It gets rid of D. D is okay. It gets rid of E. Then we've got 3 shapes at the top and the arrow is pointing in the middle. That's fine, but the arrow needs to be pointing at it, so that means B's got wrong because the arrow is not pointing anything up here, look. We always have the same shape, so that gets rid of E. So that's teardrop, 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 pointing in the middle, it's got the dash, yep, D is my answer. And then number 10, we have got an X on the right-hand side, or the bottom side I should say. Right-hand side if you flip that around, but the X towards the bottom. We've got 3 circles, the lines seem to go from the centre of the circles. Actually, is it always underneath one of the circles? Look, under a circle, under a circle. So I think I'd be tempted to eliminate, for example, B, because it's on the top. I'm going to think about it some more. Yeah, because it almost feels like it's the left circle has the X, like the leftmost one, the leftmost one. So that would eliminate A, because it's under the middle one. B, because it's on top. C doesn't have the lines going to the right location. And E is going to the left. So I think, yes, I think I'd keep D over E, just because they all seem to be sort of heading in that right direction as soon as the X. and that one does do that, all connected to the middle. So yep, that's my answer. On then to the last page, 62 and 63, this is find the figures like the first three. It's exactly the same, except now we've got three shapes to consider. And that doesn't necessarily make it harder, because although there's more shapes to look at, that kind of gives you more clues to what's going on. So for example, for number 1, I can see that all of these are squares, and so I'm looking for a square. So that seems to eliminate, I would say, all of them but for B. Because that's all they've got in common. All of these have some kind of archway in the middle. It's like a smooth archway, so actually I think is B the only smooth archway? Because D's got a bit of a curve to it. So it's got like a little arch shape. Arrow ups and downs, always got 3 shapes, so that gets rid of a couple of them at least. Now between these two, what's going on? We've always got 2 on the left, so D, because it's always got 2 shapes on the left, not B. I think that seems reasonable. Number 4. All got a circle, all got a triangle, all got a rectangle. So do any of these not have circles? They've all got circles, they've all got triangles, so that triangle looks a bit weird, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. They've all got a rectangle, but the rectangles are all going away, so I don't like the rectangle on C, because that's doing sort of a different angle. And actually, does the order, so it goes circle, triangle, rectangle. Circle, triangle, rectangle, circle, triangle, rectangle, circle, triangle, rectangle, circle, square, triangle, so B's are goner, circle, triangle, rectangle. Okay, so what is difference between A and E? The circle looks a bit more on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of less sticky outy, whereas I think all of these circles, I think my answer is that A is the odd one out and E is the answer because of the position of that circle looks a bit strange to me. So now we're on to the last page, which is brilliant, guys, really, really well done. We have got big star, little star, big star, little star, big star, little star, and the big star is a 5 and a 4, 5 and a 4, 5 and a 4, okay, and they're always on the flat side, so that gets rid of C. In terms of, is it the little shading? No, it's always half black, half white, and it always seems to be coming out of the centre. So I don't like B because that's got shading sort of not coming out of that middle line there, which I think is a bit unusual. Now we've got A, D, and E. What else do we notice? Well, the little one is above the black. The little one is above the black. The little one is above the black. So maybe that's it there. So we've got little above white. No. Little above white. No. So I guess it's E, number 5, little above the black. We're nearly there. Number 6, we've got these little cup things with 2 chopsticks. And there's always 2, but there seems to always be 2 in these as well. But the 2 are always in the white. Look, white, white, and white. So that means maybe we can get rid of C, because it's got one in the black, I think. Or the black and the grey, I should say. They're always divided from left to right. All of them are divided from left to right. That doesn't seem to be the answer. What else have all my shapes got in common? We've got the grey's always in the corner for all of these. Yeah, it looks like it is because all the greys start in the corner. They go from corner to corner. Corner, 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 corner. In terms of the size of the lines looks right. Well, E's got a slightly longer line along there, so I'm tempted to get rid of E for that reason. Oh, I suppose one thing, look. So these dots are above the base of the bowl. Is that always the case? I think it might be. This is a bit wider bowl. So that then would eliminate A. That would eliminate B. And only keep D. Okay, I think maybe that's it. I think the little chopsticky things on the base of the bowl have to line up perfectly. I think that's it. I'm not sure I can see anything else, to be honest, so that's what we're going to go with. Number 7, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, there's always 5 dots. I think that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So it's between B and D. We've got 3 bushes, 4 bushes, and 2 bushes. Nothing obvious. All the bushes are pointing in the same direction except for that one, so no, it's not about the direction of the little bushes or little chimney sweep things. Well, this has got 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 2 and 2. Ah, okay, so the number of bushes is the same inside, it's the same as the number of dots outside. So that's got 2 bushes and 3 outside, so no. 1 bush and 1 outside, so yes, we've got it. That's number D. Whew. Okay, well, this looks deceptively simple. I don't think for number 8 the answer is going to be A or E, because they're not this kind of dashed line. The shading isn't the same. The shading is always diagonal, but these are different diagonals, so it can't be that. Is there a rule about why they're different? Those are, so you've got a 3-sided shape and a 5-sided shape goes left. A 4-sided shape goes right. Not sure what else is different other than the number of sides. So this has got a 3-sided shape going right, so that could mean that's wrong. This has got a 4-sided shape going left, that would be wrong. This has got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape going right, which would be correct. So actually I think the fact that it eliminates 2 means I'm tempted to go with D as my option, only for lack of a better one, really. Okay. So we've got always diamondy things around the outside. Got a hexagon and a pentagon. Got a 6-sided shape and a 7-sided shape, a 4-sided and a 5. Okay, so that's definitely a pattern. The inside shape has 1 fewer sides than the outer. So A doesn't have that because it's 3 and 6. That's too big a gap. C does have that because it's 4 and 5. B is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, that has that. D has got 6 and 5, and E has got 7 and 6. So those all seem okay. What about the number of squares? So we've got 1, 2 diamonds, 5 sides, 3 diamonds and 6, 4 diamonds and 1. Well, that seems like a pattern. So the greater the number inside, the greater the number of diamonds. How do we put that into words? I feel like it's the number of sides minus 3. So it's 6 minus 3 is 3, 5 minus 3 is 2. So yeah, I think you need, or another way of saying it perhaps is you need 3 more sides or inside shape with a number of diamonds. So that is a gap of 1 and 6. That's not going to qualify. That's got a gap of 2 and 4. Nope, so that's not big enough. D, you've got a 5-sided shape with 3 diamonds. It doesn't work. So in theory, you should be... yeah, look, he does it. So you've got a 6-sided shape with 3 diamonds, which is a gap of 3. So yeah, easy answer. Oh gosh, last one. Okay. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3 crossing over points. 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3 crossing over points. So I think we need to cross over 3 times. That's got 1, 2, 3 crossing over points. That's got 1, 2 crossing over points. That's got none. That's got 2. That's got 2. So I think, yeah, A. A is my answer because it crosses itself 3 times. And with that, guys, we've come to the end of the test. Really well done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was useful. And obviously, we'll see you all next week for the new block. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.